Electronics, Communications and Information Engineering. This is a course that has been evolved from the traditional course Electronics and Communications Engineering, targeted to the electronics engineering students who are the aspirants for the computer engineering careers. जस्तै हामी चाहिँ अब इलेक्ट्रोनिक्स कम्युनिकेशन्स र इन्फर्मेसन इन्जिनियरिङ किन पढ्ने त भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ सो बेसिकली यो सिलेबस चाहिँ अब नर्मली इट्स डिजाइन्ड फर द स्टुडेन्ट्स हु आर टार्गेटेड टु हार्डवेयर इन्डस्ट्री, कम्युनिकेसन इन्डस्ट्री एज वेल एज कम्प्युटर इन्जिनियरिङ इन्डस्ट्री. सो यो तिनटै इन्डस्ट्रीको चाहिँ बेसिकली इट्स अ फ्युजन यो प्रोग्राम भनेको चाहिँ. र यो प्रोग्राममा नर्मली हामी इलेक्ट्रोनिक्स इन्जिनियरिङ भनेको चाहिँ इट्स अबाउट डिजाइन एन्ड डेभलपमेन्ट अफ इलेक्ट्रोनिक सर्किट्स, एप्लिकेसन्स, सिस्टम्स. कम्युनिकेसन्स इन्जिनियरिङ इट्स बेसिकली टार्गेटेड टु communication sectors like Nepal. It's basically targeted to the industry that focuses on signals, analog signals, digital signals, like companies that works on the basis of, say for example, communication sector like Ncell, NTC. In other words, we can also say that ISP or internet service provider companies like WorldLink, WebSurfer, Subisu. That's the communication part, and the information part actually it's targeted to the students who are actually seeking the long-term career in the field of artificial intelligence, big data analytics, cloud computing. So basically this program actually is a fusion of these three different perspectives. So electronics engineering as a whole, when we talk about this program, so it's one of the most interactive program, one of the most advanced program in recent days or in today's scenario. So the students who seek a career in the electronics field or electronics domain as well as the communication domain, along with that in the software career or the computer engineering. So most of the today's platforms or the application they use is AI, machine learning, deep learning. Since the industry is shifting towards the intelligence, artificial intelligence. When we talk about the intelligence, it's simply about the machine. So the machine that we use today in the recent days is actually about the computers or the different types of the smart devices that we use day by day or in our daily lives. So actually the students, they can study the choice of interest and work according to their choice in their individual and specific career. Electronics domain, communication domain as well as information. Information domain is nothing else rather the computer domain. So while talking about the syllabus, when we compare computer engineering or the other engineering with the electronics, so they actually study all the major subjects. Say for instance, the computer engineering students study almost 22 to 26 core subjects, whereas the electronics, communications and information engineering students, they study about 18 to 20 subjects of the same domain. That means they are actually eligible for all the career parts, not only the government as well as non-government organizations or the private organizations. The eligibility for this program requires minimum pass grade for the IOE from the IOE entrance score. That's the main eligibility, and CGPA 3 and beyond that it's highly appreciable, and should have a +2 background with a physical group or bio group with extra math. They are eligible to study this program, but the main eligibility could be targeted to the IOE entrance. That means the IOE entrance should be cleared for studying this program. The fee for this program actually at the college could vary according to the colleges or campuses. So the fee varies around 10 to 12 lakhs, but during the visit at the colleges it might be up to certainly along the fee that is discussed with the full fee structure of the government colleges. So that may vary up to 7 lakhs, 8 lakhs according to their background of the students, either according to their IOE score or of their CGPA. We do have full scholarships, partial scholarships, as well as special scholarships to the deserving students. So in certain cases, the scholarships provided to the students could be on the basis of their IOE ranks, also on the basis of their personal needs, and on the basis of their personal assessments. So when we feel that the students who are actually seeking to study engineering needs such type of scholarships, we could grant them one based on their skills, knowledge, ability. While talking about the scope of the electronics communication and information engineering, actually it has a broad scope. Simply the students studying this program can actually pursue their masters and pursue their further studies in the electronics domain, in their communication domain, as well as in the computer domain. Along with that part, if the students or the graduates of this program, they can work in the electronics industry, in the design of the either PCB fabrication, the design of the electronic circuits, systems, applications. Also, they could work in the sector of communication sector, like simply I mentioned like the communication sector like Subisu, Web Surfer, Radio Nepal, Nepal Television, or the Dish Home. Also like NTC, Ncell, the mobile company that we are talking, actually the main communication partner or the main communication channel. Also they could simply work with the what we call that as the information engineering part in the scope. The scope actually it varies now. When we talk about the artificial intelligence, actually its scope cannot simply be illustrated. So the modern day application, the technology that we are living in, the technology that we are talking about, the technology that we have been using in day-to-day lives, it actually uses all these parts. So the students are actually eligible. The scope in this field, it's highly encouraging. So these are, while talking about the scopes, it is not actually limited to these parts. So there are robotics, aeronautical. So we cannot imagine a world without this technology and this electronics engineering. So being the pioneer of the measure of the technology, the chip industry, the circuitry industry. So this industry actually provides a pioneering background to the students. Actually, Kathford believes in a special methodology known as, we call that as special CAS. So CAS basically represents for KAS, K stands for knowledge, A stands for ability, and S stands for skills. So actually what we believe is that the knowledge, actually it's been provided through different courses, through different lectures. It could be acquired anywhere and everywhere. And we have a theme that's learning beyond the classroom. And that's where actually it matters, the ability and the skill part. So when we do not only target the students to learn inside the classroom, we mainly focuses on the projects, not of the prerequisite of the university syllabus, rather on the other parts. Apart from the university projects, we enforce students to engage in different projects, works with the two different students society, namely RoboCath and Kathforce. With this actually they engage in the projects that are actually not required for their academia, but that also builds them to develop their career in the line of either robotics, in the line of communication sector, or in the line of the software. So actually these two platforms provide the students with the extra knowledge, and then they are actually enhanced with their ability. When they work with their extra projects, now the ability, when they undergo with several projects, now they are able to identify their ability, and hence their skills are enhanced. Now those skills that are actually required by the current industry, whether that's an electronics industry, whether that's an communication industry, or an software platforms or software industry. So actually we believe that these three parts, KAS, are an integral part of the Kathford Society or the Kathford College. And this is the major reason that the students studying at the Kathford grow their career or enhance their career through these three different aspects. The students actually who thinks that he can provide a service to the society, who could contribute certain things to the society. The students who think that he is so creative, he can work in this industry, either in the electronics part or in the communication part or in the information part. The students who think that he's creative enough to provide certain approaches in the machine learning part, he can study this part. Also, who thinks that he can design a better system, he can work in this domain. I would simply like to convey that this program, it's actually designed for the high-level creators, high-level creative students who thinks that he can provide a service to this society, this community, as well as the nation. We all know that we are living in the age of the 21st century where technology matters. We all have seen the pandemic situation where simply there was one thing that worked, and that was the technology. And that was the technology developed by the electronics engineers, interfaced by the computer engineers or the information engineers. And that's what this field is about. So I would simply like to say, this is the field, this is the right field for the students who think that their career is going to be a big lab for the path.